Like no other. You've heard those three words a lot lately. Last school year ended like no other. The class of 2020 graduations were like no other. The new school year will start all online. A start like no other. And this Fort Worth ISD Convocation, like no other. Those of you who've been with the district a few years will remember the big Convocation rallies with cheerleaders, keynote speakers, and musical productions that brought you to your feet. You can keep your seat for this Convocation and still keep all of your excitement as we take Fort Worth ISD forward into 2021.
So I want to know what your questions are at this point.
Are we going to
You have good reason to be happy about starting a new school year and connecting with your students online until we're all back in person.
Okay, turn it on.
You may also have a little apprehension. That's okay. This is a new era of education, and we're all on a learning curve. So today, I'm welcoming you back to school from the new Fort Worth ISD Teaching and Learning Center. This building was designed for collaboration and working through challenges together.
Thank you. It got hotter.
The TLC opened last year in East Fort Worth to give you a larger, updated space for professional development and to put a lot of central administration closer to our schools where the support is needed most. That includes our Office of Innovation, student and school support, and also staff from the Department of Technology, including the help desk.
Uninstall that driver and reinstall it.
And now more than ever, we're here to help you however we can.
Here's week 1 remote learning.
Our academics team has put together model lessons and activities you can use during the first weeks of school, if you so desire. And support staff will be on your campus each day if you need assistance with virtual instruction. Our technology department will continually look to improve your experience with programs and processes and will make changes based on your feedback. While no one has all the answers about how to educate students during a pandemic, we do know safety, your safety, is priority 1 in Fort Worth ISD. That's why we decided teaching and learning would be entirely remote for the first 4 weeks. Expanded safety measures are already in place for teachers and staff, including health check-ins, social distancing, and new cleaning protocols. And when students do come back to school, safety standards will continue as long as needed. Of course, for now, your classroom will not feel or even look so much like normal. But one day, it will again. Until then, let's continue to be diligent about protecting ourselves and others. Let's remember that we're all learning. Let's be patient and show grace to coworkers, students, and their families, and especially to yourself. Sure, you'll still do your best to educate and nurture your students. Your best may just look a little different. You know, the curriculum, the technology, and classroom management are just part of the equation for student success. There's also the thoughtful instruction and expectations, inspiration and connections, the magic, if you will, that literally changes lives. That comes from you, our teachers, principals, office staff, counselors, nurses, cafeteria personnel, bus drivers and custodians, all of you who encourage, look out for, and listen to our kids. Now we know virtual connections are not the same as in-person relationships, but I also know that won't stop you from trying. You're the ones who took on extra work and different responsibilities to make sure students' needs were met during this health crisis.
Thank you for coming.
Some wonderful examples: Ebony Nicole Johnson and Brad Ray, art teachers at I Am Terrell Academy. Realizing that families were facing financial hardship, they bought gift cards with their own money to give to students as prizes in weekly art contests. Christy Hernandez, who teaches 8th and 11th grade social studies at World Languages Institute. She created Coffee with Mrs. Hernandez, a weekly engaging virtual check-in to keep the teacher-student connection. Pamela Bennett, who's a family communications liaison at Briscoe Elementary. Ms. Bennett shuttled food and technology to students' homes, conducted child safety and welfare checks, and helped register little ones for pre-K. And Assistant Principal Tracy Smith from Pascal High School. She made it her mission to see that seniors who were not likely to receive an extra push at home got to the finish line, graduation. She made phone calls, virtual check-ins, and home visits while caring for her own 6 children, all adopted 3 years ago. The kindness is in your DNA. Your adaptability, creativity, and your drive to keep students on track and connected is unstoppable. Which brings me back to those 3 words, like no other. You are like no other. Whether it's your first year or your 40th in Fort Worth ISD, welcome to 2021. We'll make the best of it together.